Okay, so I'm here with my good friend Randy. He has a master's degree in zoology, and he was my first biology teacher in college about 8 years ago. And I'm going to pick his brain a little bit about cryptozoology. Okay, so Randy, I guess the main question I wanted to ask was how likely do you think it is that there could be any natural animal species in this location we're at that have gone unnoticed by science?
Well, that's a great question. I think that when you get to a desert environment, there definitely could be places where animals are undiscovered. Especially when we're looking at this stream right here. I know that there are streams in deserts that maybe only flow every once in a while that have special organisms maybe only in that localized region. So we have some fish back here, and I know in parts of Arizona there are streams that have species of fish that are only found in that little stream. So to ask about this specific area, I'm sure there are animals that we don't recognize because we don't think of insects very often. And so there could be maybe an insect that is just found in this drainage, you know? So that's why it's so cool to learn about entomology when you're little, to be excited about insects, to be excited about the world around you, because you might discover something that was unknown to science.
So I didn't mention that we are down on Escalante Canyon Road on the western slope of Colorado. So I just thought I'd mention that.
Sounds good. We're going to do other videos and we'll look around and see if we see anything neat.
Did you want to zoom in on that group of fish?
Well, it was pretty cool. There's a little bit of some minnows over there, which I don't know what species they are. But just in this stream there's some minnows. And so we're in a desert, but where there's water there's lots of life. And so you can actually see fish in the desert, so that's pretty neat. So I just thought it was cool, and we can zoom in on that.
Okay, I'll zoom in on that. Let's see. You want to show me where they are?
Yeah, they're right over here. Can you see them on top?
Yep. Let's see. Let me try to zoom in. Kind of hard to...
Oh, it's alright if you can't see them.
So we're just heading up the road here. Do you remember what this road was called, Randy?
It's Escalante.
Or didn't this branch off into something else?
This is, you're right, but this is still Escalante. I'm not sure exactly.
So me and Randy were talking, and Randy agrees that there could be petroglyphs that have gone unseen around here, right, Randy?
Well, yeah, we never know. In the side canyon, there could maybe be some petroglyphs. Who knows if people have explored every square inch of the canyon. It'd be really neat to find some, even if they were found before.
Yeah. Yep. So you say this is Escalante Road, Canyon Road, basically?
Yeah. Well, this is all private, so we can't really explore around these parts.
So would you say we're getting into, it's somewhat primitive out here?
I think it's primitive when you don't have flushing water. That's primitive. When you don't have electricity and you don't have cell phone service.
Okay.
So we're definitely hitting those requirements.
nice out here. I like when I do videos, I like to go in circles, you know? Yeah. Kind of get different angles.
Yeah. You should go up on that rock. Yeah. Oh, you alright? Oh, you saved it. Oh shit. You okay?
Yeah. Slippery.
Slick right there.
Maybe.
That's on camera?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea trying to climb up that.
Maybe not. This is really sick. Oh, wow.
You know, do you mind if you're on camera? This rock's too slick. You alright? Yeah, I'm not going up there. It's really slick.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take this up.
That is a super slick rock, man. Randy, I'm right up next to him. Oh yeah. Hello? Hello? Hello?
How do I zoom in?
It's on the top.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just a sec, Chase. I wanna try to get a picture, and he's right there. Is that right?
Here, I'll take the camera.
Just wait for a sec. Let me see if I can get a picture. That's awesome.
Super cool. So, what we're looking at here is a collared lizard, and this is the third one we've seen today. Randy, would you say that's a male or
yeah, it's a male.
It's a male.
He's on his territory. He was defending his territory, and this is his hide. So that's why we came down to his hide, to keep him from running away, so we could take a couple pictures and get him on video.
So we're here at our campsite. Got our little buddy right here. This beautiful male collared lizard. Uh-oh, Randy, he's leaving. So we are way down Escalante Canyon Road on the western slope of Colorado, just past Delta, Colorado, on the way to Grand Junction. And we found what seems to be a really nice campsite. And I think what really drew us to this campsite was that collared lizard that has been hanging out on that rock. So here we are at our campsite. We're getting set up. Got my tent right here. Got our table and our chairs. We won't be doing any fires because there's a fire ban. So okay, so I'm on an outdoor adventure with my friend Randy. Randy has a master's degree in zoology and is also well versed in ecology. And we are way down Escalante Canyon Road on the western slope of Colorado, just past Delta, between Delta and Grand Junction. And so I'm gonna let Randy talk about the area we're at and explain the biology of this area.
All right, thanks, man. We're in a riparian zone right now, which means that we're in the desert, but we're actually near water. I don't know if you can hear in the background the stream coming down, but within the desert you have this riparian zone, which is going to have a completely different niche for plants and animals. And so that's the ecology. You have a different substrate type, you have more water, you have more shade because there's more trees and different kinds of trees. So you have a completely different kind of environment for the animal life. And so we've seen 5 different lizard species today. We've seen the collared lizard, the whiptail, the fence lizard, side blotch lizard,
sagebrush,
and we've seen the side blotch lizard and the tree lizard, ornate tree lizard. And so down here in this riparian zone, you're going to have a different niche for different kinds of animals. There's going to be garter snakes eating the fishes and the tadpoles in the water. You're going to have canyon tree frogs down by the water. You're going to have more toads down here, at least when they're reproducing near the water, in the fishless bits of water. You're also going to have different plants. So we're standing in the tree of a cottonwood, and some cottonwoods are adapted to the desert, so they're called narrow leaf cottonwoods. So they don't, so their leaves don't evaporate water as well. We have willows down here, which you wouldn't find up top. Willows are down by the water. We have rushes. We have all kinds of different plants and animals down here. So this is a really neat niche in the desert, and it's called the riparian zone. So it's much cooler as well, and we can take our shoes off in a little bit, maybe get in the water.
And so I just wanted to kind of talk about something we were talking about in the other video. So you were saying that there is a possibility that a new species could be discovered in this type of an area?
I mean, there's always the possibility. Like maybe there's a type of snail that's only found in this canyon, you know, or in this waterway. It's just we need more scientists to go around and make discoveries, or people that are just looking for animals that take pictures of them, and then maybe look them up, and maybe if they don't find that animal in a manual, then maybe it's a new animal, and then they could take that bit of information to some kind of scientist or a school and maybe find something out. I know that there's been animals that are known but are found in different mountain ranges that they didn't know they were. The same thing could happen with streams and things like that.
What about mutant animals?
I don't know about mutant animals. Like, that's something that we would need to find. And to be a naturalist, you kind of, back in the old days, they shot everything that they found, and then they would take it back to the museums, right? So if you found a mutant animal and you took it back into the museum, then it would be definitely a specimen that would have to be explained. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Okay. So would you say we've pretty much covered the biology and ecology of this area?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember all the names of every plants and animals around here, but I do know that if you go out and you had a big bird's eye view, you would see that this narrow canyon right next to the water is much different than the side canyons and much different from the top of the canyons. And that's because they're all a different amount of sunlight, different amount of soil, different amount of water, and so that creates a different type of plant and animal biodiversity.
Okay.
Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you, Randy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
So, we just went for a good swim, huh, Randy?
Yeah, it was a good time.
And we just hiked back up to camp, and I just spotted this colored lizard. I'm not sure if it's the same one.
It's not far from the other one. It probably
Do you see the other one on the rock over there?
No.
I'm not sure if this is the same collared lizard we were looking at earlier. You think it's the same one, or?
I think it is. I just think it's colder because the clouds, the sun went away behind the clouds.
But, yep. And there's our camp.
Pretty animal.
Yeah.
Sorry to disturb you.
Okay, so it's about 4 o'clock. We're going for a little drive. Randy's driving. We went about as far as we could go up Escalante Canyon Road, and we are exploring. And we are we heading back to camp, Randy? Or?
Yeah.
We're heading back to camp, and we're just going to do as much exploring as we possibly can until we leave tomorrow. We're gonna go out tonight and see if see what the nocturnal life looks like, and I didn't mention that today is Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. So that's about it for now.
So guys, we're in the desert and we're in a tributary of the Gunnison, and there are actually trout in this water. So there's a cold water fish, trout, but we saw them earlier when we were swimming, and we actually caught 2 of them now. So how pretty is that? I'm not sure what species of trout it is. It's not a rainbow trout.
It's not?
It's not a rainbow trout, no.
Huh.
But it's a beautiful fish.
It is a trout though?
It is a trout, yeah.
Let me see.
How cool is that?
I'm trying to zoom in on it, Randy. Let me see. Wish I could get a little closer.
I'm going to keep it in the water so it doesn't die.
I wonder if it's a brown trout.
Might be a brown trout.
You know what, Randy? Let me
wait till the camera comes and then I cast on the rocks. Alright.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Wow! Man, I hope we can...
Holy cowbells.
Oh, wonderful.
Holy cowbells.
Wow. Awesome, Randy.
This is a beautiful fish.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. So we're going to figure out what species of trout this is because we don't know if right now. But we'll put it in the notes on the YouTube video. So
I wonder...
I'm going to take the hook out.
It's about the same size as the other one, huh?
Yep. You can turn it off while I do this, so...
You want me to... Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it just got away. There it is. Can you see it in the water?
Yeah.
How pretty is that? 3 fish and 3 casts. That's pretty amazing. Pretty awesome. So we'll find out what kind of trout species it is. Let's see if we can go for 4 for 4.
Okay.
Oh, I had a bite and I missed it.
Oh, you might get another one.
Crazy.
Oh, there's one chasing it. Oh, he's going to get it. Oh, man.
You missed it?
You had one chasing it.
Well, what's weird about that is it wasn't spinning right, so we'll do it again.
Oh, Randy, is that the...
Yeah, it's the same one that we just caught. There's a fish chasing it, but it's not spinning right. You see how it got tangled up?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta make sure your lures are spinning right. These fish are hungry, holy cow. This is incredible. I never would have guessed we would be fishing for trout in Escalante Canyon.
Okay, action.
Look at that beautiful fish. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm trying to zoom in. There we go.
Alright, here you go.
It looks almost green.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's crazy.
Absolutely amazing.
I am blown away right now.
Okay. Okay, so what we're looking at here is way out in the distance. I'm zoomed in quite a bit. What we're looking at here is they're like pillars with rocks on top, on the very top, and it's neat to look at. And let's see. So, Randy, you want to explain that real quick, or?
Sure. Well, you could just keep it up there, but it's
Okay.
erosion. It's erosion. So The big heavy rocks on top used to be just on a slope of dirt, and they blocked the water underneath of it it blocked the water from eroding directly below it. So given enough time, you get these pillars that washed out, and yet those rocks are blocking the dirt right below them, so you get the pillar to stand up on its own, which is really cool.
So that's it. So it's like a natural phenomenon, right?
Yeah. It's what creates all these beautiful canyon spires and arches and all kinds of stuff is erosion.
So you're saying that the pillars were softer material that got washed away.
Yep.
And there were rocks. I'm just wondering how the pillars got formed and how each one has a rock on top. You know?
You have to think back in time where that was all just one hill. It was just one hill.
Uh-huh.
And then those big rocks fell down from up above or something, but the big rocks are of a different material that's harder to break down.
Uh-huh.
So they protected the stuff below it. So you can kind of see, if you look to the right, there's some rocks just on the slope, just that aren't in a pillar yet, or a really small pillar. Those ones are going to do the same thing given enough time.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Pretty cool.
Okay, can you guys hear the cicada? So nighttime is approaching. Way up here on Escalante Canyon Road. Randy and I were discussing earlier the difference between night and day, and we were discussing how it's cooler. There's no sun, so there's a lot less light, and it's just a totally different world at night in nature. And so, Randy, what can we expect to see in the night out here?
We're going to see a nocturnal community of animals coming out, and that's going to kind of include the nocturnal snakes, so the rattlesnakes will be coming out, but the diurnal snakes, the snakes like the garter snakes, they won't be out anymore, and all the lizards will be underground. But then a lot of the rodents will be coming out, and the animals that hunt the rodents, like the owls and the foxes, they'll be active at night. And hopefully we can hear some coyotes and things like that. So the community, this community is going to completely transform, and there's going to be actually more biodiversity probably at night than during the day, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll see what we see or hear.
Okay, so, well, thanks, Randy.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do some nighttime exploration after it gets all the way dark, and if we find anything interesting, we'll let you guys know. So, thanks for watching. Let's see here. Hello, everybody. Here we are, Randy and I, doing our outdoor adventure way down Escalante Canyon Road in Colorado on the western slope. And so I wanted to talk about our experience last night and some of the things we heard. So what we did here was we heard crickets, cicadas, bats. Was that pretty much all we heard?
That's what we heard, and then remember the other thing.
Yeah, and then we also heard an unknown sound a couple of times. we couldn't identify what it was, so we definitely want to document that. So we're about ready to wrap up our outdoor adventure, and we're gonna head down by the creek and get the trail cam, and we will eventually see if anything was caught on camera last night. And I guess that's about it.
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, so Randy and I have come to the end of our outdoor adventure in this beautiful canyon we were just in. We saw a lot of animals. We heard some interesting things last night. So if you've been watching these videos, we hope you might have learned something, and that we might have inspired you to go out and do your own outdoor adventures. Thanks for watching.